Hi everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you and a warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. I'm Gaurav Gupta and I am a quant and DILR trainer, and I've been teaching students who are preparing for their CAT examinations. I've been teaching since last 15 years, more than 15 years, I would say. Now, friends, all the students who are watching this session right now, I'm sure that all of you are preparing for your CAT examination and you are targeting CAT 2024. Now, CAT 2024, when I'm taking this session live, so it is exactly 1 year from now. CAT 2023 is just 3 days away from today. Okay, so I can also say that if it like we are on the verge of CAT 2023. Okay, so CAT 2024 exactly 1 year from now. So those students who are watching this session, I believe all of you must have started your preparation for CAT 2024, or you are about to start. You must be thinking in direction of starting for your CAT preparation. Hi Vineet, good afternoon. How are you? So, students like Vineet, who is right now watching live, and other students who are also watching live, I right now don't know their name because they have not mentioned anything in the chat box. But yes, I am sure that all of you are preparing for any of the MBA entrance examinations that will be conducted in the next academic year, right? So we'll be talking from the point of view of CAT 2024. We consider this as the standard examination, the most important examination. Why most important? Because of the quality and the quantity of the number of colleges that participates for the admission in CAT 20 in CAT examination. So for you, it will be CAT 2024. Now, friends, previously we have conducted plenty of sessions in which we have discussed about the overall strategy for the preparation of CAT examination. We have discussed the strategy for the independent sections as well, like how you should be preparing for quant, how you should be preparing for logical reasoning and data interpretation section, and how you should be preparing for verbal RC section. Now, in this session, we will be a little bit more specific. So, we'll be talking about only the algebra, the area. So, as you all must be knowing that the entire quant is divided in five different areas: arithmetic, algebra, geometry, number system, and modern mathematics. I have taken these five names in the order of their importance. So, arithmetic, we all know that it is the most important area. Algebra is the second most important area about which we will be discussing our strategy today. Okay. Now, the things that we'll be discussing, first of all, will be understanding what all different topics will be there in algebra. Okay, what should be the sequence of the preparation of these topics? This is also being discussed, and what type of questions we can expect. So we'll be looking at, we'll be solving some questions in today's lecture. Sir, what is the most important topic or area in algebra? Vineet, I'll be telling you. Okay, so I'll be discussing all these things a little in detail. So we'll be spending good amount of time, 5 to 10 minutes, in discussing about what are the important topics, what are the important subtopics in algebra. Okay, so I'll be telling you the same thing in a particular sequence. Okay, all right. So if I'll talk about algebra, the topics that are covered in algebra. So let's first of all write all these topics. So I'll write the names of these topics: simple equations, then it is special equations, and then it is quadratic equations. All right. So these are three types of questions. These are the basic, the fundamentals of algebra. So, simple equations, special equations, quadratic equations, or quadratic expressions. These will be making the foundation of the entire algebra, right? Now, after this, you will be studying about functions and graphs, Now, different types of functions will be there. It can be modulus function, then the questions based on modulus involving inequalities. So we have studied equations, we have studied equalities, and we'll also be studying inequalities. All right. Then you will be having logarithms. So logarithms is another type of function that we'll be studying, and it will be kept in algebra. All right. Now, with all these topics, we'll be studying towards the end, progressions and series. Okay, in progression and series, we'll be talking about different types of progressions like arithmetic progression, geometric progression, harmonic progression, and different miscellaneous series we'll be looking at it. Okay, so these are all the topics, all the areas that we'll be studying in algebra. Okay, you can further break some of these topics in different parts, but मोटा मोटा जो है वो हम ये चीजें पढ़ने वाले हैं. Okay. Now, out of these, one of the students is asking, which are the most important areas, which are the most important topics in algebra. So, simple equations, special equations, quadratic equations, logarithms, progression, and series. Now, why I'm saying that all these topics are important because of the number of questions that have come, that have appeared from these topics in the last few years. All right. So these are different areas, these are different topics that falls in algebra. Okay. Now, today we are going to discuss, the title of this session suggests, the title of this session says, we are discussing about the strategy for the preparation of algebra, specifically algebra. Okay. Now, how and when we should be starting our preparation for algebra. Now, in quantitative ability, whatever topic you are studying or whatever topics you are studying, everything should come in a sequence. Okay, you should not be picking up the topics randomly. This is one very important thing. And there should be some minimum number of topics, some specific topics that must be finished before you start a particular topic. So, like if I talk about algebra, you should not be starting with quadratic equations until and unless you have the basic information, basic knowledge about normal equations, simple equations. Okay. Similarly, you should not be starting with functions and graphs if you don't know anything about the basic expressions, the linear expressions, the quadratic expressions, and so on and so forth. All right. Then there is one topic which comes under functions only. So I'll write the name of this separately. This is related to maxima and minima. Okay. Now, maxima and minima, maximum value and minimum value, can be calculated for any kind of expression. It can be a linear expression, it can be a quadratic expression, or it can be any random type of function. It can be a combination of a linear and a quadratic and a logarithmic function. So there can be different ways in which a function can be given to you, and you will have to find out the maximum value or the minimum value of that function. Okay. So what I'm trying to say is everything should come in a proper sequence. You should be doing your preparation in a proper sequence. Okay, so let's talk about the placement of this entire area, algebra. Okay, now one person, a student, should be starting with algebra after you are finished with entire arithmetic. So yes, before algebra, you need to finish up with arithmetic. You need to have a basic understanding of each and every topic of arithmetic. I'm not saying that the concepts of arithmetic will be used in algebra directly, but a lot of things that you have learned in arithmetic will probably be applied in algebra. And basically, why I'm saying that is arithmetic is one of the most important as well as easiest among all the different areas, right? So you should not be starting with algebra, which is considered as the most difficult area of quantitative aptitude. All right. So first of all, you must start with very basic things, easy things, gain some momentum, understand, have a proper understanding of how quant behaves, and then once you are done with the arithmetic, then move on to the most difficult and the second most important area of quant, which is algebra, right? So finish off with arithmetic and then start with algebra. Now, the time you should be taking to finish arithmetic should not be more than 1.5 to 2 months, and then begin with algebra. and further spend 1.5 to 2 months in algebra. The sequence in which I have mentioned these topics on your screen, this should be the sequence you should be uh, picking up different topics of algebra. So start with simple equations. Special equations is nothing but a part of simple equations. All right. Then go for quadratic equations. Then start with the functions and graphs. Have a basic understanding of different types of functions: linear function, quadratic function, modulus function, logarithmic function, step function, greatest integer function, least integer function. So there are different types of functions, right? Also understand the basics of functions when it comes to mapping of functions, right? So one-to-one functions, many-to-one functions, one-to-many function, on-to function, into function. So there are different types of things that you will read in functions. Also understand the basics of graphs. So what will be the graph of a linear expression or a quadratic or a logarithmic function? So in सबके graphs कैसे होंगे? Have an understanding of shifting of a graph, right? So shifting and rotation of graphs, ये सारी चीजें समझ में आनी चाहिए. Then you can go to further other topics like modulus and inequalities. Now inequalities, if you don't have any understanding of functions and equations and functions की understanding नहीं है, you will not be able to solve the questions of inequalities, right? Similar is the case for maxima minima, right? So finish off with these chapters, inequalities and maxima minima, once you are done with basics of functions and graphs as well as equations. Okay, right? Now, then comes logarithms. So logarithms independently you can pick, but I would suggest you to pick up logarithms before functions. Functions के साथ या functions से पहले अगर logarithm कर लेते हो, then you will have more understanding of logarithmic function when it comes to the application in functions and graphs. Done. Towards the end, you can take on progressions and series because they have very less connection with other topics of algebra. Clear? Now, Shaik, you are asking me to tell about Snap. I'm really sorry. This is not the session in which we'll be discussing about Snap. This session is specially meant for the students who are preparing for CAT 2024. And do not worry at all. We will be conducting different sessions. There will be a special series that we will run on Snap as well. So please do not worry at all. Okay. All right. Now, friends, this is about the sequence in which we should be picking up the topics when you are preparing for algebra, and the sequence that in which algebra should come as far as the overall preparation of quant is concerned. All right. Am I clear? So now let's have a look at some of the very important questions. So today we'll be solving the questions uh, I would say that these questions are some of the important questions as far as CAT examination is concerned, because these are the actual questions of CAT. Okay, so the questions that we are going to pick up now will be actual real questions of CAT. Okay. Okay, sir, if I'm scoring 25 to 30 in mocks, can I get 99 percentile in CAT? Amanpreet, 25 to 30 mocks, it's very low, I would say. Yes, you can get 99 percentile in CAT, but there are less chances if I look at your track record. Okay, please don't mind. I will be very truthful. Okay. Acha, you are scoring 25 to 30 in one section. Okay. So you did not mention that. I thought your overall score is 25 to 30 and you are aiming to 99 percentile in CAT examination. So in quant section, only if you are scoring 30 marks, yes, you have I would say good chances, very high chances of scoring 99 percentile, because whatever is our performance in mock examinations, our performance in actual CAT examination tends to improve. Okay, right? Okay, right. So friends, let's come to the point. Let's not talk about CAT 2023. Let's talk about CAT 2024 and the students who are preparing for CAT 2024. Now, today we are going to solve some very, like, I would not call them easy questions because most of you must have started your preparation. But I would say that these are fundamental questions and you will be able to understand these questions. And one very beautiful thing is all these questions that we'll be taking on today are the actual questions of CAT examination. So let's start solving these questions. So question number one on your screen now. Now it says that a man sells chocolates that comes in boxes. Either full boxes or half a box of chocolates can be bought from him. A customer comes and buys half the number of boxes the seller has plus half a box. So half the total number of boxes plus half a box. Okay. A second customer comes and buys half the remaining number of boxes plus half a box. After this, the seller is left with no chocolate boxes. How many chocolate boxes did the seller have before the first customer came? Now, if any student who is preparing for CAT 2023 is attending the session, then solving these questions will also help you. Okay, so students, who are preparing for CAT 2023 can also solve these questions. Okay, now probably I'll not be giving you a lot of time to solve each of these questions. Okay, so I'll be discussing some of the methods that you must adapt in order to save a lot of your time. Okay, now this question is a very basic question, and this type of question has appeared a lot of times in CAT examination. Okay, now, the question is saying that a customer comes and buys half the number of boxes the seller has plus half a box. All right. So let's assume that at the beginning we have X number of boxes. Okay. The first customer came and if he buys half the number of boxes. So X boxes were there. So if he'll buy X by 2 number of boxes, then we'll be left with exactly half of the boxes. But he's buying half a box more than half the number of boxes. Okay, so अगर उसने half ज़्यादा purchase किया है तो leftover will be x by 2 minus half. So if he has bought x by 2 plus half, he'll be left with x by 2 minus half. Okay, now let's say this is equal to y, the number of boxes left over after first customer has gone. Now came second customer. What he has done the same thing. He has bought half the number of leftover boxes plus half a box. So the number of leftover boxes after second customer will be y by 2 minus 1 by 2. And after second customer is gone, the number of boxes left over in the shop is equal to 0. So this value is equal to 0. I will calculate the value of y. So the value of y will be 1 by 2 will go on the right hand side and then 2 will be multiplied. So it will be equal to 1. Now if y is equal to 1, I will substitute it in the first case and will get the value of x. So 1 by 2 will go here. So it will become 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Then multiply by 2 will be equal to 3. So the value of x will be equal to 3. Okay. Now x was the initial number of boxes. So how many chocolate boxes did the seller have before the first customer came? So the correct answer here will be equal to 3. That is option B. Now Dhruvi has given a correct answer. Now Dhruvi, you have given 60 marks and you're scoring 80 to 85. Good that you're scoring 80 to 85. Now try and push hard for 100 plus score. Okay, so try for 100 plus, and I'm sure that if you are reaching 85, you can certainly reach 100 plus in your actual CAT examination, right? Okay, so question number one, the correct answer is option B. Let's move on to question number two. Shaikh, there will not be any problem if you are right now here in this session. There will not be any problem if you are an agriculture graduate. There are plenty of colleges which gives some extra weightage for academic diversity. So if you are from a normal background, like you are a B Tech, you are a BCom, okay, so you will not be given any weightage. You will be considered as a normal candidate. But if you are from any different background, diversification, they want to increase the diversification in their colleges. Okay. So it might be possible that you will be given some extra weightage. Okay. Fine. So you will not have any problem, but in some cases, you may be given some extra pointers. All right. And there is one college in which participates in SNAP, SIIB. So they have an MBA in agribusiness. So the course is called Agribusiness Management. Okay. In that particular course, in that particular college, you will be definitely given some extra points. I think I'm blocking the view, so let me get away from here a little bit. All right. Again, this is actually a question of fact. Every 10 years, the Indian government counts all the people living in a country. Suppose that the director of the census has reported the following data on two neighboring villages, Chota Hazari and Mota Hazari. Now, the relation between the number of males and females in these two villages is given in the next four statements. Okay? So, what is the total number of males in Chota Hazari is what you'll have to calculate. Chota and Mota. These are the two villages, and there are some males and there are some females. Okay, now let's try to establish some relation between the number of males and the number of females in each of these two villages. The first statement, if I'll read, it says Chota Hazari has 4,522 fewer males than Mota Hazari. So if number of males in Mota Hazari is X, then the number of males in Chota Hazari will be 4,522 less than the number of males of Chota Hazari, right? This is the first statement. Second statement, let's read it. Mota Hazari has 4,020 more females than males. So now they're talking about males and females of Mota Hazari. So number of females is 4,020 more than the number of males. Number of males I've already considered as X. So number of females will be X plus 4020. This was the second statement. Looking at the third statement, Chota Hazari has twice as many females as males. So now Chota Hazari, the number of females is double the number of males. So twice of the number of males, X minus 4522. Okay, so now you have all of them in the form of X. Now the last statement will help us in finding the value of X. Okay, so last statement carefully consider karte hain. It says Chota Hazari has 29 2,910 fewer females than Mota Hazari. So now females are considered. Number of females in Chota Hazari is 2910 less than the number of females of Mota Hazari. So I can say that number of females of Mota Hazari minus number of females of Chota Hazari will be equal to 2910. So let's make the equation x plus 4020 minus twice of x minus 4522 is equal to 2910. This is the equation that you will get. So you can write the value of x. अब इस equation को solve करना है and you will get your answer. ठीक है? So x का value आ जाएगा 4020 plus 9044, 2 into 4520, okay, 4522 minus 2910. So this will be the value of x. So 13,064 minus 2,910. So it will be 10,064, 10,154. So this will be the value of x. Now we'll have to calculate the total number of males in Chota Hazari. Number of males in Chota Hazari is 10,000 minus 4,000 something. So answer will come around 5,000 something. So 5,000 something answer आएगा. You can see that इसमें से ये चीज minus करोगे 10,154 minus 4,522. So it will be 5,000 something, and 5,000 something is the only option I have, option C. Otherwise, all the options are more than 10,000. So option C, that is 5,632, is the correct answer of question number 2. All right. Okay, let's move on to our next question, question number 3. Now, question number 3 is similar to question number 1. We have just finished the question. So question number 3 is similar to question number 1. Let's see how many of you can give me a correct answer for this one. So in question number 1, there were like 2 buyers. In this case, there are 3 people. Okay. So it's just one extra step, but a little different thing as compared to the first. So you will get to understand the complete dynamics of this type of question. And next time you can finish this type of question in less than 1 minute. Now, while solving this one, I will be doing less amount of rough work. Okay. So in the first question, I have explained each and everything. So if this is the number of chocolates he has bought, then this will be the number of chocolates that will be left over. Now while solving question number 3, I'll not be writing this thing. Okay, I'll be writing the number of chocolates which are left over because this is the only thing that will be used in the equations. Now by doing so, you can save some time. Okay. So 3 friends returning from a movie stopped at a restaurant, and this is what happened at the restaurant. So Sita took 1/3 of the mints but returned 4. Okay, so this is the first person. क्यों return किया, कैसे return किया, it is not at all important. So this is some useless information that you can neglect. Okay. Then the second person, Fatima, took 1/4 of what was left but returned 3. Then last person, Ishwari, took half of the remaining but threw 2 back in the bowl. Okay. Finally, the bowl had only 17 mints left. How many mints were originally in the bowl? All right, Dhruvi has given an answer. Good. चलिए सॉल्व करते हैं. Now, writing as much less as possible. Now, if Sita took one third of the mints, so if I have taken one third, I'll be left with two third. Okay, so let's say original number of mints is A or was A. Okay, so initial number was A. Now, Sita took one third. So if she will take one third, two third will be left. Two third of A will be left. She has taken one third, so two third will be left, and she has returned 4. So that means she has taken 4 less than one third. She has taken 4 less than one third. So she will be left with 4 more than two third. Okay. So she has taken A by 3 minus 4 because उसने 4 mints return कर दी. So we'll be left with two third of A plus 4. Now let's say this is equal to B. So when Sita is done, number of mints left over is B. Now Fatima came. Fatima took one fourth. So if she has taken one fourth, the number of leftover will be three fourth. Okay, and she returned three. So she has taken three less than one fourth. We will be left with three more than three fourth. Let's say this is equal to C. All right. Now, finally, Ishwari took half. So if she has taken half, we'll be left with half. But she threw back two. So she has taken two less than half. So I'll be left with two more than half. And this value is given as 17. Okay. Now do the backtracking. Keep calculating the values of each and every variable. So the value of C, 2 will go on the right hand side. 17 minus 2 is 15. 15 multiplied by 2 is 30. So the value of C is equal to 30. Substitute it here. Now 3 will go on the right hand side. 30 minus 3 is 27. Okay, 27. 27 and then 3 by 4 multiply हो जाएगा right hand side में जाके, it will become 4 by 3. So 27 multiplied by 4 by 3. So C will come out to be 36. Simplify करना है. Okay, sorry, B will come out to be 36. Then I'll substitute it here, 36. So 4 will go on the right hand side. 36 minus 4 is 32. 32 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. That is 48. So A will be equal to 48. So 48 will be the correct answer, which is none of these options. So the correct answer will be option D. All right. Dhruvi, I hope you have understood. You are the only student who has given an answer. I hope you have understood the mistake that you have done, and you have learned something from the explanation that I have given you. Okay. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. So the correct answer here is none of these, because 48 was the original number of mints in the bowl. 48. Question number 4. Now, question number 4 is interesting. It's not difficult. It's easy, but it's interesting. In some code, letters A, B, C, D, E represent the numbers 2, 4, 5, 6, and 10, not respectively. We just don't know which letter represents which number. Consider the given following relationships. The three relationships are given. Which of the following statements is true? No, Dhruvi, none of these answer हो सकता है. Yes, Mridul, this is among the first set of lectures for algebra, and there will be many more lectures to come. Yes, Dhruvi, there have been instances when one of the options is all of the above, and it's the correct answer as well. Okay, so none of the above, all of the above cannot be determined. Yes, these can be the answers. Okay, any answer for this easy question? Okay, now there are two equations, first and third, which says that the sum of any two of these variables is equal to the third variable. There are two instances like this, two equations like this. Okay, now let's see how many possibilities are there such that sum of any two numbers is equal to the third number from the above numbers. So I have 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. This is one possibility. Then 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. This is the second possibility. And do I have any other possibility? No, I don't have any other possibility. Okay. Now, 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Will it satisfy the first equation or the second equation? Let's understand. Now, a plus c is equal to e, and then e is again used. E plus a, one of the previous variables, is equal to b. Okay. So I can say that e cannot be 10 because 10 में कुछ और add किया and I'm getting further bigger number. Okay, so E cannot be the largest among these five numbers, right? So we can say that this equation will represent 2 plus 4 equal to 6, right? So definitely the value of E is equal to 6. But what will be the value of A and C? Will it be 2 and 4 or 4 and 2 respectively? So this is what we have to understand. So for that, I will go here. Okay, so 6 is already E. So the value of A or the variable for 4 will be A. Okay, so A will be equal to 4 and this 10 will be equal to B. So 10 will be equal to B. Now since A is equal to 4, comparing this, I can say that C is equal to 2. अब C2 हो गया तो D क्या बचा? D should be equal to 5. So now you can confirm B minus D, uh, B minus D is equal to D. Yes, 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. This is also satisfying. So now among the four options given, you can choose the correct one. So B equal to 4. No, B is not equal to 4. So this is correct. A equal to 4 and E equal to 6. Yes, this one is correct. B equal to 6, not correct. A equal to 4 but C equal to 6. This is not correct. So the correct answer here should be option B. Okay, so this one was very simple. That was question number 4. Now let's move on towards one more question. Let's solve this one and then we will stop for the day. Now x and y, he nahi B. Let x and y be two positive numbers such that x plus y equal to 1. Then the minimum value of the given expression will be how much? Yes, people, any answer? Now, these type of questions generally are very easy. Now you are given x plus y equal to 1 and you can see that this is a symmetrical expression. X plus 1 upon x whole square, y plus 1 upon y whole square. You have to find out the minimum value. So minimum value of this expression will be obtained when x is equal to y. Okay, when both are equal. So when both are equal, Dhruvi, can you tell me what are the values of x and y that you have kept? So x और y का क्या value substitute किया है so that you are getting 12 as the answer? Dhruvi, please tell me. So we can get minimum value if x and y are equal. Now since their sum is equal to 1, so each of them will be equal to half. So x की value half होगी, y की value half होगी, substitute करो and you will get your answer. So if x is half, then 1 upon x will be 2. So half plus 2 whole square plus the same thing, half plus 2 whole square. Okay. ध्रुवी 6 and 6 तो पुट ही नहीं कर सकते और अगर 6 पुट करोगे so the value will be more than, यहाँ पे square है, so 6 point something का square 36 से तो ऊपर होगा, 36 plus 36 you will be getting 72. Okay. Also you cannot put 6 and 6 because the value of x plus y is given as 1. X plus y अगर 1 है, how can you put the values as 6 6? Okay. So just put the values as half and half, and 2 plus half is 2.5. 2.5 square. 2.5 square is 6.25. Similarly, 6.25, the answer will be 12.5. Okay. So 12.5, that is option C, is the correct answer of question number 5. Okay. All right. So friends, that is all about this session for the day. Okay. Now, whatever I have explained, whatever I have told you at the beginning of the session, please look at that carefully. Okay. And try to implement whatever things I have told you. Because maintaining the proper sequence, clearing up your fundamentals before you start anything else is very important at the beginning stages of the preparation of CAT. Okay. Now, friends, anyone who is not a student of BYJU'S exam prep yet, but they want to experience, they want to see our portal, what all things we provide to the students. So you can unlock your free trial on the portal of BYJU'S exam prep by visiting our application, entering your mobile number and clicking start free trial, using which you'll be able to unlock a 3-day free trial access on the portal of BYJU'S exam prep. Also, the students who are preparing for MBA entrance examinations in this session, they can enroll for our other MBA examinations test series. We are providing more than 55 non-CAT mocks. So other than mock cats तो अब खत्म हो गए ना? Fine, CAT is just 3 days away. So now it's time to prepare for other management entrance examinations, and the best test series to join is this one, which will give you more than 55 non-CAT mock papers. Now, want to know your CAT percentile and colleges you are likely to get a call from on the basis of your profile. So this is the link that you can see on the screen, which is our CAT college predictor based on your profile. Okay, so please check from which IIMs you have the chances of getting a call. Okay. Also, my dear friends, CAT 2023 detailed analysis will be live immediately once the CAT examination is over for all the 3 slots on 26th of November 2023. So at 12:30 p.m. we'll be doing a detailed analysis of slot number 1. It will be followed by slot number 2 detailed analysis at 4:30, and then at 8:30 p.m. we'll be doing a complete analysis of slot number 3 as well. CAT 2023 score calculator and percentile predictor is live. So please, to know more about your exact score, you can predict your percentile as well. So you can use this score calculator and percentile predictor, which is available on our application as well as website. Get social with us on all these social media platforms. Have a wonderful time. Enjoy. Have a nice time. Bye bye.